Hi, and welcome to spring of 2025, where life is expensive and grocery prices are weird. If you're looking to save a little bit of money from your grocery budget to put towards other of life's little luxuries like electricity and heat and gas to get to work to earn money to pay for electricity and heat, come along with me as I show you how budget grocery shopping and budget meal planning and cooking can actually be fun and absolutely not boring.
I gave myself 20 bucks and hit up Grocery Outlet to see how many meals I could pull together for the cost of basically 4 fast food cheeseburgers. I'm going to walk you through the whole process: shopping, prepping, cooking, step by step. I started by looking for protein. I'd planned on ground chicken, but it had no price tag for some reason. So I pivoted. I found a big pack of chicken drumsticks marked down $2 less. Not glamorous, but it's meat and it's cheap and it goes in the cart. Then I spotted these ripe red vine-on tomatoes for 99 cents. I had no plan for them, but I bought them anyway because this is a journey of chaos and also I really like tomatoes. Still in the produce section, sweet potatoes were also 99 cents a pound, so I rather awkwardly grabbed two. Filming with one hand can be challenging when grocery shopping. Compared to regular potatoes, sweet potatoes have more fiber, more nutrients, more flavor, and they kind of make me feel like someone who owns woven baskets and drinks tea because I am that someone. I have those things. Then I thought I found a deal on salad mix. Notice the sale tag, but I was wrong. You always need to check produce, especially in discount groceries, and this bag was gross. Always be sure to look. So it went back on the shelf, and it actually got a big thumbs down from me. Bad lettuce. Fortunately, just down from soggy lettuce bag, I found a bag of coleslaw mix. It was not gross, and it was even less than the gross sale option, plus cabbage is more hearty and more flexible. I wanted an easy frozen option, but for some reason tater tots were like luxury item prices, and I don't know what's up with that. But then I saw some pierogies just a few feet away for significantly less. Plus, I live in Pennsylvania, which is the land of pierogies, so we are having pierogies this week. Next, I head into the canned goods area looking for flavor, and I found a big can of green chilies for 99 cents. I also dropped a can of nacho cheese on the ground and then picked it up because being a good person is free. While in this same area, I also perused the bean section and decided upon a bag of dried pinto beans. I vastly prefer dried beans to canned, and typically they are cheaper in that you get more in a bag once you soak them. Pinto beans are also my favorite, and they were the cheapest. The rice selection was expensive and in sad little packages, so I went instead for a big box of stuffing mix. I told myself this was a versatile choice. I could use it for a bunch of different things, and it is in theory, but future me will have feelings about this stuffing mix later, and you'll see what that looks like. Next up is pasta. There was a lot of that tricolored pasta. I just can't handle that. I don't know why it bothers me. But I found a bag of shells beneath the tricolored pasta, and that made me think of one of my Nana's favorites. So that is going to be a flagship meal for the week, that Nana dish that I'll tell you about later. Next, I just grabbed a bag of frozen green beans because they're cheap and easy, and vegetables are good. Back to the produce section, one more time, I grabbed an onion that weighed exactly 1 pound. Always weigh your produce because that way you don't get a surprise at the register if you are on a budget like I am. At this point, I checked my cart and my calculator as I'd been totaling as I went, and I knew I had about $2 left. Because of the Nana-inspired meal, I decided to use that $2 on sour cream as that's a key ingredient, and it turns out I used that several times this week. Here's my last look before checking out. Not bad. Well, that's ineffective.
Okay, I am back home and it's time to start thinking about what I'm actually going to do with this food. Like I did in the grocery store, I'm going to start with the protein because this is going to determine what I'm able to do. So I counted and I have 14 chicken drumsticks that I got for $4.33, which is crazy. So I truly believe, after thinking about it a bit on the drive home, that I can get 12 portions out of these
14 chicken drumsticks. I understand that sounds crazy. I also truly believe that I can make 5 different dishes out of these. We'll see if I'm right. I could be wrong. That's part of the fun. So now that I know how much protein I have, I'm going to think about the rest of my items and how it goes along with what I've purchased. I already knew, based upon this and my luxury item, which is the sour cream, that I'm absolutely making chicken paprikash. Now, some people say chicken paprikas, some people say chicken paprika. My Nana said chicken paprikash, so we're gonna say chicken paprikash. I believe that I can get 4 portions of chicken paprikash out of some of this chicken, these noodles, this sour cream, and a portion of this onion. So that will be meal 1. Let's move these things aside because they're accounted for. All right. I also have this giant box of stuffing. This is actually going to be in 2 different meals this week. One, I'm going to use it like stuffing, and I'm going to combine it with the green beans and some of the chicken, obviously, and make a kind of Thanksgiving-y casserole. So that's going to be the majority of this. So this is going with this, and some of the chicken, we're going to get rid of the beans. We've figured out how to use those. And the rest of this stuffing, I'm going to do something I've never tried before. I'm going to try to use it as a breading to fry some of these chicken pieces. That will also be served with pierogies. So now we've used stuffing, pierogies, and we still have chicken left. Moving on, I have this giant can of green chilies. There's really only one thing I can do with this and my beans and my chicken, and that is a green chicken chili. So that's going to be the plan there. Oh, I'm also going to use the other half of this onion, so that's done. And I'm probably going to serve that chicken chili because I want some additional, vitamins and vegetable. I guess this is more of a starch. I'm going to serve that over these sweet potatoes. So that's going to be my 4th meal. And then I have this left. And I still have 2 pieces of chicken by the math I've done. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a half a cup of rice from my pantry, and I'm going to make a egg roll in a bowl style chicken fried rice situation. Finally, I still have my 99-cent container of beautiful tomatoes. I'm going to use these kind of as freshness on top of different things, but I'm also going to roast off a few of these, and this is going to be a great side dish for my paprikash since that is mostly carb and meat based. That's the plan. 5 meals, hopefully 18 servings, and just $20. Up next, a little ingredient prep to stretch these groceries as far as they'll go. Because when you're on a budget, making the most of what you've got is kind of the whole point. Click like and please subscribe to Mashed Potato Castles so you don't miss the prep and cook videos coming later this week.